What's going on, everybody? KyleAye here, and I am your coach of the Miami Donphans. And real quick, before we do get started, before I explain everything that we're doing today, I just want to let you know Miami Donphans shirts are on sale right now. And I'm recording this the night before it goes live, so it says 4 days, 18 hours left, but I don't know exactly how much is going to be left whenever it goes live. But it is at teespring.com/Donphans. And yeah, man, I had a bunch of people asking me to do this, and at first I wasn't even going to make shirts, but hey, I'm a people pleaser, man. That's just what we do. But they come in blue, white, black, and heather gray. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the real reason why we are here, baby, and that is for the XBL Extreme Battle League. This is the Miami Donphans draft analysis. And guys, what I want to do is, I'm not going to go 100% fully in depth about it, but I do want to kind of explain a little bit about how the XBL works. So it is a 10-team draft league, okay? So I've been in leagues as big as 24 people in the NPA, and the smallest league I was in was the WBE, which was 12. So now we're in a 10-team league, okay? So this is gonna be hype, okay? Now, I'm just like rocking in my chair, coughing. I'm trying to get over this sickness. I'm sorry. I've been sick for a long time, guys. It's like in my chest. It's like actually like pneumonia and bronchitis, but we out here. Okay, but anyways, the extreme part about this, what makes it extreme, is the fact that we allowed some, not all, but some Uber Pokemon, Pokemon that have been banned from, standard Smogon play, into, banned into the Ubers tier. So we got some mons that are available to be drafted that you don't normally see in the draft league format. Not all of them, of course. Like, there's no, like, Primal Kyogre or anything, but there's some pretty cool stuff in there, okay? And in the standard draft league, typically what you have is, of course, you have tiers, right? You have, like, you have tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s, tier 4s, tier 5s, and then, like, your mega tier, and then you got, like, some free picks. This is different. Basically what this is we do still have mons that are tiered, except it's by points. So in this league, we have 110 points, okay? And there's no tier 1, tier 2. There's no requirement of what you have to have. I think your team can be as small as 9 Pokemon and as large as 12 Pokemon. And basically, some of your better mons are going to be higher, and then you're going to have some super, like, Pokemon like Gloom that are like just weak as hell, that are going to be down there for like 2 points or 1 point, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool, man, because if you want to take something really good, you're going to probably have to take something not really that good. But anyways, let me show you the first pick for the Miami Donphans. Matter of fact, not just the first pick for the Miami Donphans, but the first overall pick in the entire draft, baby. For the first time in franchise history, the Miami Donphans had the #1 overall pick, and we are coming through, and we selected Marsh Shadow, okay? And Marsh Shadow, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that we allowed this thing, but I am so excited. It was one of the last ones that we did allow, and I was like, GG, like, I'm doing it, man. 90 in the HP, and then 80-90 in defense SPDEF. So it's not necessarily like a glass cannon. It's got a decent, it could probably live a hit. But it's got 125 attack and 125 speed. Hello? And with the ghost fighting typing, it still has 2 immunities, being normal and fighting. It's just the typing is so good, man. Not to mention the fact that it gets Technician, so it's going to power up those weaker moves. It does get access to Stab Priority with Shadow Sneak, which would then be powered up also by Technician, so that's going to be really cool. Y'all know about Close Combat, man. CC's an incredible move. It gets a signature move called Spectral Thief, and what that is it is a base 90 power physical ghost move, okay, with 100% accuracy, and before it hits, it actually steals your opponent's stat boost. So, like, if they use agility and get +2, no. Huh, well, you made this? I made this. Actually, that's my +2. I'm taking that from you, and I'm still hitting you. So that's pretty dope, and it hits through Substitute. So that's pretty cool. It also can set up a Substitute on its own. It gets the elemental punches. It gets Poison Jab, I know. It gets, like, Stone Edge, Will-O-Wisp, Toxic. So it's you know, and it's got 90 special attacks, so it's not necessarily weak, especially on the special offensive side. So, you know, we can still use things like Hidden Power, Shadow Ball, you know, if it turns out that that's kind of the set that we have to run with. So I'm very, very excited to have Marsh Shadow on the squad. We are, of course, naming our Marsh Shadow LeBron because he's coming through #1 pick overall like LeBron. He's about to lead the team. He's the captain, hopefully taking us to a championship. And, you know, once again, LeBron is taking his talents down to South Beach, but this time he is joining the Miami Donphans. Welcome to the team. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Bill Standish for making this template for me. However, the HD sprite, I did that. I made that on my own for all the mons on my team, so please do hit the thumbs up button to show some love for that. And subscribe if you're new, and we can be on the journey together, baby. But in round 2, I had to come through and take Highdragon. Now, Highdragon in round 2, not that bad. In a 10-team league, Highdragon in round 2, you might scratch your head and think that I took it a little bit early, but let me kind of explain myself. So, remember those points I was talking about? Well, we have 110 points to start with. Marsh Shadow, being one of the Uber Pokemon, is 25 points. So that alone right there is already greater than like a fifth of my points, right? So it's like not quite a quarter of my points, but it's more than like a fifth of my points. So, and that's one Pokemon. Like, I have to get at least 8 more. Like, so, you know, with only 85 points left. So, I think that this is a good, very, very good mon anyways, but it was for 13 points. We got Highdragon. Dark Dragon typing, so we do have a Psychic type immunity, and we have a Ground type immunity. So that's really cool. Highdragon is a Pokemon that I have wanted to draft ever since my very first draft league, which was NPA Season 2. That started January/February of last year, 2016. So right now we're about to start 2018. I've wanted this guy for almost 2 years to be on the squad, okay? And it's such a badass Pokemon, dude. First of all, look at it, okay? It's a 3-headed dragon. That's cold. That's cold as fuck. But he's got 92 HP and then 90 in the defenses. So once again, you know, not necessarily like a defensive mon, but he's got a little bit of thickness to it. 105 physical attack with access to U-turn, so that's going to be very helpful to help us get some switch initiative. Not to mention the 125 in special attack and the 98 speed, giving us a bit of a different speed tier there. So this thing is going to be phenomenal with Choice Specs, Choice Scarf, Life Orb, possibly Assault Vest. But it gets a very diverse move pool. If you take a look, it gets fire coverage, electric coverage. I mentioned U-turn. It gets Zen Headbutt. Obviously, it gets Dark and Dragon type moves. It gets Steel type moves. It gets I thought it had like water coverage as well outside of Hidden Power. It does. It gets Surf. Okay, that's what I thought. Surf, Aqua Tail. It gets Tailwind, Taunt. This thing, it has a lot more value than meets the eye, you know what I mean? And what meets the eye is already incredible. So I'm very happy, and I do not at all regret taking this thing in the second round, because you have to also remember and keep in mind that it is a snake format. So I picked first, but then it went all the way down to number 10, and then it came number 10 again, and then all the way back down to me at number 1. So there were a lot of picks in between these two, but then I actually got the back-to-back picks. So we took Highdragon here, and we are naming Highdragon Beats by Dre. Get it? Like, you know, like, you know, like Beats, like Dre Beats, like the headphones. I don't know where mine are. I thought mine were. Oh, they're over there on the shelf. Rip. But anyways, pretty cool. Now, the next one might actually be a head scratcher for you, and that is Diggersby. Now, we're taking Diggersby, though. We're taking Diggersby, bro, and we're taking him in round 3. And this is incredibly early, I will admit, but Diggersby is so good, and let me tell you what made me commit to taking this. The fact that if you take a look at my team right now, part of me and my homeboy Jake, who is my assistant coach, my front office member, holding it down. Shout out to him, man. The tactic that we wanted to kind of go with, excuse me, was the immunity stacking. So basically, what we wanted to do is we got Marsh Shadow, right, immune to normal and fighting. We got Highdragon, immune to Psychic and Ground. And now we have Diggersby, immune to Ghost and Electric. So we have 6 immunities in just our first 3 mons. Diggersby came through with for 12 points. So pretty solid considering what it gives, because it also gives us huge power. So we're definitely not going to use Pickup. We may run Cheek Pouch and try and get some berry shenanigans, but huge power doubles attack. So 56 attack doesn't look like much. How about 112? I think 112 is pretty good, huh? You know what I mean? Not to mention, 78 speed will make a pretty solid Choice Scarf user if we do decide to go that route, but it does get priority with Quick Attack, and it may get Sucker Punch. Do you get Sucker Punch? No, you don't. Good. We don't need that bitch-ass move anyways. But we got Quick Attack, and that is stab boosted with huge power, so even Quick Attack is going to be viable and hit very hard. So this is awesome. Once again, it gives us another U-turner. This thing, so we have even more initiative. It gets the elemental punches. It gets, obviously, you know, EQ, and then, like, normal moves like return or, you know, whatever. But with the coverage that it does get, man, it also gets access to Gunk Shot, Hammer Arm. It's dope, man. It gets steel coverage. These move tutor moves, it gets a knockoff. Diggersby is hopefully going to be a tremendous team member here and going to really help us out a lot. And we have decided to name our Diggersby. We didn't want to go with the standard Diggersby, though, nickname, even though, you know, that's a definitely 10 out of 10. We didn't want to go with Thug's Bunny, because that's what a lot of people use, even though that's also a great nickname. So I did kind of go off of Thug's Bunny, Thug Life. I went with Montana after Tony Montana, Scarface, you know what I'm saying? So we got Scarface. We got our boy Diggersby. We will be using the shiny Diggersby on our team. Taking a look at our round 4 pick. And you are not going to believe I got this thing in round 4, okay? Jirachi. Jirachi, bro. Base 100s all around the board. Serene Grace. If you don't know what it does, it basically it doubles your chance, right? It doubles your chance to get secondary effects on moves. So you're more likely to get flinches if you use Iron Head, which is a stab move. You're more likely to get burns if you use Fire Punch, freezes if you use Thunder Punch, you know, things like that. This also gives us a Stealth Rocks user, and that reminds me that Diggersby gets spikes. So now we have spikes and we have rocks. So this is going to be huge for us. It also gives us our 3rd U-turner. So one thing that I've struggled with in the past in leagues is that I did not get enough initiative. I would get like 1 Pokemon with U-turn, or like 1 with Volt Switch, and like that's it. You know what I mean? But now in our first 4 picks, we already have 3 U-turners, and this gives us a poison immunity. We actually got sniped on this pick. I was going to take Klefki, to give us a poison and dragon immunity. And then, you know, I was really wanting Klefki, but obviously, you know, Jirachi is amazing, and Jirachi is, you know, probably better. But Jirachi's 18 points. 18 points. Now, you got to keep in mind that I'm looking at my phone right here because this is where I got my points down. So 18 for Jirachi, 12 for Diggersby, that's 30. Marsh Shadow's 25, so that's 55, and then 13 for Highdragon. So 55 plus 13, that's 68 points, right? 68 points in 4 picks. Which means we got, what, 42 left? 42 points left. So it's, man, we're trying, man, but the Klefki would have been cheaper, but once I saw Jirachi's another Pokemon that I have wanted since P4G Season 1, just because I saw how, like, I didn't really think too much about it in NPA Season 2, but once I, like, realized, like, how good this thing is, then P4G Season 1, I wanted it, I wasn't able to get it. My good friend KyleAye Under the Radar, who is in this league, by the way, he got it, and he just tore it up, won a championship, and Jirachi is so dope. I've wanted it ever since, and now I'm finally able to get it. And yeah, I mean, with, you know, Rocks, U-Turn, Serene Grace, it gets Healing Wish, I think it gets Regular Wish too. It also gets, it has special, it can attack on the special side too. Thunderbolt, Moonblast, Flash Cannon. It's not going to benefit in the same way because with Serene Grace, but, you know, Ice Beam, like, this thing is not Ice Beam, excuse me, Icy Wind, Ice Punch, sorry about that, Energy Ball, you know what I mean, like, its move pool is incredible. It gets Water Pulse, Trick Room, Shadow Ball, it's just excuse me, Zen Headbutt, Heart Stamp. Those are moves that can work with Serene Grace on the physical side, but it's just, move pool is diverse, Serene Grace shenanigans, great typing, and it's a leader, man. Jirachi is a round 1 pick in so many leagues, and if not, you better believe it's going in round 2. I got it in the 4th round, guys, the 4th round, and this is the end of the 4th round. This is the last pick of the 4th round. This is pick number 40, Jirachi. Dude, like, but that's the thing, because with our limited point total, a lot of people didn't take, you know, a lot of people took a Ubermon, and then they didn't take the high tier, like, base 100s, just because they're a lot of points. But this is why I think it could give us an advantage, and it's gonna be dope, man, because this league is about having fun. It's about, you know, just doing our thing, showing out, and doing what we gotta do. Oh, there's our next pick, spoilers. But before we do that, I named Jirachi I wish you would, because I wish you would doubt me and the Donphans, baby. We are about to go ham. Hard as a motherfucker. And tomorrow, make sure to check out the WBE final regular season game. I will be playing against Game Boy Luke on the channel here. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, now that I've plugged that, our next pick, round 5, which would have been on the wheel. So we took Jirachi, and then we took Slurpuff. Slurpuff was only 5 points. And you may be thinking, Kyle, why are you taking Slurpuff in round 5? Well, let me tell you why. 1, it's super cheap, 5 points. Boom, Gucci. 2, it's a fairy type, and it does not only give us a dragon immunity, but it completes our Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Highdragon, Jirachi, and now Slurpuff. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Slurpuff gets access to sticky webs. I don't know how the fuck this thing would use sticky webs. I don't know why they thought the cotton candy dog should get sticky webs instead of, you know, UB adhesive, which adhesive is literally sticky. You know, it's what it is, but, you know, who knows? But hey, I'll take it. This thing also gets Unburdened, which doubles speed after using an item. Very good. We can live with a Focus Sash, we got double speed. We can use a Berry, we get double speed. We can use a normal gem. I don't know. We can use whatever we want. We can use whatever we want, baby. And this thing is also a Cleric with access to Heal Bell and Aromatherapy. It gets Belly Drum, It gets gets Wish, Sub. Obviously, it gets Play Rough, and it gets Drain Punch, which is pretty sick. It has decent. It doesn't have the greatest special attack stat. I mean, 85 isn't that bad. It's better than its physical attack. Kyle, what are you talking about? Well, it gets Belly Drum, so that's why your physical attack, okay, but it's going to be +6. But special attack is still 85, which isn't the best, but it's not terrible, and it does get access to Flamethrower, Energy Ball. It does not get Moonblast, but it does get Dazzling Gleam and Surf, Thunderbolt. Like, this thing is really good, dude, and it's got the coverage, man. It's got the coverage. This thing also gets Cotton Guard, which gives you +3 defense. So even that would be kind of cool. Like, we might, I don't know, might do something with that. Probably not, but maybe. You know, you never know. It gets Light Screen, so it's okay, Psychic. But mostly, man, if y'all don't know about Slurpuff, if you don't know, now you know. That's all there is to it. We named our Slurpuff Candy Crush. Shout out to Candy Crush the game, I guess. I've never played it, but my mom loves that joint, so I figured that it's probably decent, okay? Anyways, round 6. I'm having flashbacks to P4G Season 2 right now. I'm having flashbacks. Okay. Basically, we're bringing back Mega Blastoise for 12 points. And, holy cow. Torrent, under the abilities, should also have an asterisk next to it. I put an asterisk next to Rain Dish, and there should have been one next to Torrent, because those are the 2 abilities before Mega Evolution. But obviously, after Mega Evolution, it's always going to be Mega Launcher. But this does give us a Water type, which is what we really need. And look at it. 79 HP, ain't that high, but 115 Spadef, 120 defense. This thing is bulky, and it will be taking hits, and it will be dishing them out with that massive 135 special attack and a very good 103 physical attack. Now, in addition to that, of course, it does have 78 speed, and it does get a bit of priority. It does get access to Aqua Jet. It also gets not priority, but Rapid Spin. It gets Rapid Spin, which is going to be huge for us, because I do believe that now Highdragon gets Defog. I think. Could be wrong. But now we have a spinner. Excuse me. And yeah, I mean, with Mega Launcher, we're going to get Dark Pulse powered up, Aura Sphere powered up, Dragon Pulse powered up. Of course, you already know it gets Ice Beam. The coverage is pretty decent. Flash Cannon. It does get Fake Out as well for coverage. It has some physical moves that are reliable, like Earthquake. And I really think that, well, I mean, it's not even what I think. I know I wasn't able to use Mega Blastoise to the best of its ability in P4G Season 2. I understand that, and I believe that now with Jake by my side, he joined me basically for the WBE. He was with me, yeah, he joined like for WBE, and now, you know, look at me. I clinched playoffs, you know, with his help, and I'm learning a lot about, you know, myself as a player, and just my play style and what I cater to, and what, you know, how things work. So I think that now Mega Blastoise could get the run back and be successful, and we are naming ours GT is Canon. Dragon Ball GT is that's a meme, dude. God damn it. Dragon Ball GT. Holy cow. Okay, round 7. Lycanroc Midnight, or Lycanroc Nights, whatever. We will be using the shiny version. And Lycanroc, guys, once again, let me tell you how in the beginning I was telling you I listen to you when it comes to shirts. Guess what else I listen to you for? No guard. You do not know how many times people have told me, Draft something with no guard. You need no guard on your team. Kyle, get no guard. Get no guard. You know why? Do you know what no guard does? It means you cannot miss an attack. Me, KyleAye, I'm able to actually click things like Stone Edge or Rock Slide and not fear that I'm going to miss. I can click things that it's just, wow. It's sensational, man. It really, truly is, because, you know, you guys saw how many Leaf Storms I missed in P4G. You saw how many Bolt Strikes with Victini I missed in NPA Season 2 and P4G Season 1. You guys know I miss Toxic. I miss all kinds of bullshit, dude. And no guard is going to be tremendous, and it's going to help us out a lot. This thing also is our second Stealth Rocker, so we now have 2. Our second, so we now have 2. Good. Yeah, KyleAye 2017. All right, but anyways, this thing can set up with Swords Dance. It can also set up with Rock Polish for speed with 115 attack and 82 speed. That's pretty damn good in my book. It also does get Vital Spirit to prevent being put to sleep, and then it which might be come in handy, maybe. We're not going to use Keen Eye, I'm telling you straight up, because it prevents accuracy from being lowered, but with no guard, they can lower accuracy all they want, and we're still going to hit. This thing gets priority with Sucker Punch. It does not get a Cell Rock, the priority rock move, which sucks and is stupid as hell in my opinion, but hey, it gets counter. That's ignorant to me, but you know, that we'll talk about that on another day. But it does get great coverage. Okay, no, it doesn't really. Not that good of coverage, but it's okay. I mean, it gets Crunch. It gets is that it? Thunderfang, Fire Fang, Sucker Punch, Stone Edge. Yeah, its move pool's pretty ass. It's going to be pretty one-dimensional, but items can help make it better. It does get access to Snarl, which is pretty cool. Even though it is a special attack and the special attack is really weak, it does give us a chance to at least lower the opponent's special attack. But it is a taunt user as well, so it's pretty cool. I wanted it on the team, and it was only 4 points. So 4 points for a Stealth Rocker is already a win. Not to mention you have one that can click Stone Edge reliably. That's pretty dope, in my opinion. So I'm about it. I'm about the action. Welcome to the team. I named this Track 10 because my boy Shofu, Trap Ketchum, Track 10. You know what it is. You know what it is. You already know what it is, okay? But, round 8. Arcanine. This, in my opinion, was the biggest, definitely the biggest steal for our draft, but it could have been one of the best late-round picks in general, in my opinion. And that's because this thing, even though it was 14 points, that's a lot of points, but it is a phenomenal fire type. It's bulky, man. It's well, and when I say bulky, you're probably like, no, it's not, but 90 HP with 80 in the defenses is decent, but then it gets Intimidate, which makes physical defense even better. So that's something that is very, very good. It also gets a fire type immunity with Flash Fire. So that alone right there is definitely going to help support things like Jirachi. Pretty cool. Pretty cool in my opinion. It also gets Justified to where if we get hit by a dark type move, you know, we're gonna get a stat boost in our physical attack, so that's really good. And this thing gets reliable recovery with Morning Sun. It gets Will-O-Wisp. It gets Snarl. It gets Flamethrower. Obviously Flamethrower. But let's look at the physical side where it gets things like Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Wild Charge. Guess what else it gets? Guess. You're right. It gets Extreme Speed. Like, holy cow, dude. Not to mention it can set up with Agility. That's also really good. It gets Iron Head. Like, what? It gets Outrage. Like, this thing gets Dragon type moves. Why? It's just a big-ass dog. It gets Solar Beam. Like, it gets Thunderfang, which is pretty cool. I don't know why we would run Thunderfang over Wild Charge. Well, I guess we could avoid recoil that way, so maybe, actually. But you know, it's just this thing is dope, dude. And I've wanted it for a long time. This right here is another mon that I wanted in my first draft league. I wanted Highdragon and I wanted Arcanine in my first ever draft league, and now I have them both. I wasn't able to get either in any league I've ever been in, but now I'm finally able to get one of them, and I get both of them. So I'm really excited about this. And yeah, man, 110 physical attack with 95 speed is great. Not to mention 100 special attack, so we could run specially offensive, and it's not bad. You know what I mean? And shout out to my brother Keegan. We're going to name this thing K9 because RK9, and my brother Keegan, and his favorite number is 9, and his like tag when he plays games or whatever, like his game tag, K9. So I'm not going to tell you the rest of it, but, you know, you get the gist of it. So shout out to him. Also shout out to my youngest brother Brady. Sorry, you don't got a Pokemon named after you, bitch. Round number 9, Regice. And Regice, I was like, man, I don't want Regice. And Jake was like, nah, man, let's get it, dude. This boy got body. He got clear body to prevent stats being lowered, and he got ice body to raise HP by 1/16 in the hail. And I was like, sure, man. But 80 HP, 100 defense, and 200 special defense. Don't tell me I don't draft bulk, because this boy is bulky. I know that we don't have the most defensive draft this time, but this league is for fun, and it is for style, and we are out here, bro. I got Marsh Shadow on my team. You think I give a fuck about a defensive wall? Like, I got Marsh Shadow, okay? Like, that's all I care about. But, this thing can set up speed with Rock Polish, which I thought was really cool. It gets, obviously, Ice Beam, but it gets Thunderbolt, which I thought was pretty sick. Signal Beam, it gets Zap Cannon. It doesn't get fire coverage, but oh well, it gets Flash Cannon. It's just, it's pretty cool. It gets Ancient Power if we wanted to go for some shenanigans there. It does get Curse. We could try and set up that way. And it gets one of my favorite moves in the entire game, Power Up Punch. It gets Substitute. So I think that this could really just help us out with coverage. I think that it will be something to where people will have to prep more. Okay, do I want to bring a fighting type? Sure, I'm going to bring a fighting type. Okay, well, Marsh Shadow's immune to fighting types. Or like, hey, I better bring a fire type to take care of this Regice. Well, Arcanine is Flash Fire. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's the good thing about immunity stacking, is that you can, you know, you can get a lot of support there. Although, I must say that about 4 picks in, we got sniped out of just about everything, so our whole like plan was thrown apart, and we just kind of threw this together at the last minute. But still, I think it's pretty solid, man. Obviously, Regice isn't the best Pokemon, but it was only 3 points. 3. So fuck it. Welcome to the squad. We are naming this thing Permafrost because we are permanently frozen, bro. That's it. That's all there is to it. We're out here. We're ice cold. We're cold. We're heartless. That's all there is to it. I'm showing no remorse. I'm showing no remorse, baby. But round number 10, and this is my favorite pick of the entire draft. Pikachu! Pikachu is a Pokemon that I wanted to draft forever. I wanted to get an NBA Season 2 because it was on ORAS, and I was trying to say, let me draft Pikachu, man, and let me use Cosplay Pikachu. And they were like, no, you can't do that. You got to draft Cosplay Pikachu Steel type if you want to do that. And I was like, man, fuck that. Y'all are lame. But, you know, whatever. Obviously, you can't use Cosplay Pikachu now because you can't transfer it to Sun and Moon or Ultra or whatever. And that's fine. But it's still pretty dope, man. It gets Lightning Rods. We do have an Electric immunity. That's going to help out Blastoise. And it's got Static, you know, maybe to paralyze on contact if we want to, but a solid electric type with 90 speed, so not slow, not necessarily the fastest, but 90 speed's pretty decent, and it does give us a Volt Switcher, so that's good. So now we have 3 U-turners and a Volt Switcher, if I'm correct. Yes. And with Light Ball, its base 50 special attack is doubled, and its base 55 physical attack is doubled. So this is holding a Light Ball. It has 110 physical attack and 100 special attack. That's the same as Arcanine. This is Pikachu, though. Like, Pikachu, bro. Pikachu. And if you don't know about Pikachu, let me tell you, he gets just about every fucking move in the game, bro. Like, it's just, it's incredible, dude. It gets Surf. It gets Fly. It gets Grass Knot. It gets Extreme Speed. It gets, Fake Out. It gets Focus Punch. It gets Heart Stamp. It gets Last Resort, Knockoff, Nasty Plot, Agility. Like it. Need I go on? Do you need me to keep going on? Because I can. It gets Volt Tackle. It gets Thunder Punch. Those are both electric moves, but you know it is what it is. It gets Payday. Why does it even get Payday? It gets Nuzzle, which only has 20 base attack or 20 base power, but it is a 100% chance to paralyze your opponent, and it has 100% accuracy. So Nuzzle's a very good move that we may be using. It gets Iron Tail to hit fairies and rock types. So it's an incredible mon, man. Like, and it was 2 points. It was 2 points for Pikachu. Let's do it. I'm down. I'm down. So after we... I don't know if y'all heard that, but I think my house is haunted, like, for real. Like, I really actually do. I talk about it in my stream sometimes I do, but whatever it is, it ain't aggressive. At least it hasn't been yet. So I'm definitely happy. I think sometimes he's just like, yo, Kyle, calm the fuck down, bro. Like, you got to be a little bit more quiet. But like, he ain't ever been like mad at me. You feel me? But anyways, we are naming our Pikachu Plot Armor, because if you thought a motherfucker has some plot armor, Pikachu got some plot armor. Goku got some plot armor, but even Goku has been killed before. Pikachu, that boy don't die. You ain't killing Pikachu, bro. Ash turned to stone in the movie, and Pikachu cried on him, okay? Like, Pikachu's the GOAT, alright? Look at him, man. Look at him. He's clean as hell. And in round 11, we took even more of a meme, Grotto, okay? For 1 point, we took Grotto. And Grotto gets Stealth Rocks. So for 1 point, we got another Stealth Rock user. I think that's pretty decent. Not to mention it can hold Eviolite, and that's about it. Shell Armor is going to prevent it from getting hit by a crit. So, you know, we can try to, I guess, use Curse and get bulkier and then just not get critted. I guess that's pretty much what we got. I think we can heal with Synthesis. Do we get Synthesis? We do get Synthesis, and I think we get Aromatherapy too. No, we don't. Okay, well, who needs it? Who needs it, right? But, you know, for 1 point, I mean, we got a mon with Recovery, a mon that gets Swords Dance, and a mon that can set up Stealth Rocks. I think it's worth it, personally, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But with our last and final pick, we took a Z Crystal, because in this league you do have to draft a Z Crystal if you want to use it, similar to the WBE. Pikaneum Z, baby. You thought I got Waterium Z? You thought I got Fireum Z? You thought I got Jirachi Z? No, I'm just kidding, that ain't even a thing. We got Pikaneum Z, and what this does is it turns Pikachu's Volt Tackle into Catastropica. And I don't know the hit power on that. Let me look it up real quick. Let me see if I can find it real quick. 210 base power. That's pretty fucking good, if you ask me. This is a 1 point Z Crystal. This is our last point that we had, and we're having fun, man. XBL, we're trying to be extreme. We're trying to have fun. I got fucking Grotto on my team. I got Pikachu on my team, and I got Z Pikachu at that. So, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the draft. I hope that you like my team. Definitely, please do subscribe if you're new and hit the thumbs up button to show me some love and let me know that you guys appreciate this video. And it was a pain in the damn dick to do the graphics and set everything up for this. So I want to once again, just appreciate you for watching. And leave a comment and let me know what your favorite pick was that I have on the squad. Is your favorite pick Marsh Shadow? Is your favorite pick Slurpuff? Is it Pikachu? Is it Grotto? Is it Arcanine? What is it? Pika DMZ can also be your favorite if you want. But anyways, that's all I got for you, Donphans. Roll out.